Happy Thanksgiving. And what is up? YTPC. Oh, Sonny, coming to you from the Shire Shed in all of its glory and amazingness. Uh, Currently having some Peter Stockeby Luxury Twist Flake in the Peterson Emerald XL02. Yeah, I got that right. I thought, you know, kind of stopped with Virginia's because it got so cold. And this is most certainly I mean, it's still straight Virginia, but it's I would say it's lightly topped with caramel, depending on where you are or how you've always said it. I don't know. I say caramel. Always have said caramel. Couldn't tell you why though. Anyway, it's a very, very grassy hay, slight bread notes. If you've never had it, it's very good, um, especially with some age on it. I think this has probably, if I were to guess, probably 2 to 3 years at least, maybe more. And yeah, I mean, even with some age on it, it's a little snappy. Um, Especially since I tend to, I don't freight train really, but I don't, I'm not always real good about being deliberate about sipping. However, having it in a pipe that has a P lip on it is helpful, especially if you don't have any pipes that utilize 6 or a 9 millimeter filter. Believe it or not, this pipe in particular, and I don't know why, because I've got a few other XLO2s, but this one in particular does very well with Virginias. Normally, that's not the case. Normally, I have to get something with a very narrow bowl. But this one's pretty wide open, and I've had Luxury Twist Flake in this, Pure Virginia, the HH Pure Virginia, um, Luxury Navy Flake, McBaron Navy Flake, and McBaron Virginia Flake. I've had all those in this pipe, and it just crushes it. I don't know. It's very strange. Because the first time I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw some Pure Virginia in there and see what happens. Honestly, one of the top three best smokes I've ever had. Not even close. Go figure, man. So anyway, yes, it's Thanksgiving, and I'm very, very thankful to have some time off. Feel like I needed it pretty badly. given the circumstances of the last few weeks. I'm really missing that pup, man, but I'm surviving. Cancer sucks, by the way. Mm. I was having a really tough time deciding what I wanted to smoke this morning. It's almost afternoon right now. But I won't say that I begrudgingly or regrettably landed on luxury twist flake, but I'm not regretting it right now at all. I think a lot of it's because it's quite nice outside right now. It's probably in the 50s. Let's see. Here in the Shire shed, it is. 1 second. It's like 74. So I can probably turn that heater off. And hell, let's open this window. That's better. Get some air circulating through this. It smells like, well, it smells like pipe smoke. But all in all, this was a good decision. It's yeah, like I said, it's very grassy. Fresh cut hay, fresh cut grass. Sadly, this will probably actually be the last bowl of a straight Virginia that I'll have up until probably March. Which, I mean, realistically isn't super far off. I mean, it's almost December now. Crazy. Seems like spring just started, and here we are starting winter. I know a lot of people have differing opinions and thoughts as to when each season starts. But for me, fall starts the beginning of October. Winter starts beginning of December. Spring is March. Well, here it might be April. Back in New Mexico, it would have been March. So yeah, we'll say April. And then summer here, I'd say it starts in June. Your mileage may vary. I know New Mexico was not like that. New Mexico started whenever the hell it wanted. still maintain that that state is just absolutely crazy. The weather is just. Growing up in Ohio, I always thought the weather was weird here, but New Mexico brings a whole new meaning to bipolar weather. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like I packed this too tight. I'm going to do something that y'all are going to be like, oh, Sonny, don't do that. But I got to do it. It's driving me crazy. That draw is just a little too tight. Nine times out of 10, this takes care of the issue. Alright. See how that does. Just pretend you're not seeing this happen right now. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Much better. It's right here, every time. Anyway. Still trying to get a little bitey with me. But, overall not bad. It probably doesn't help that I've got a little tongue bite going on from yesterday. Weirdest thing, I got about maybe an eighth of the way through a bowl of Haunted Bookshop, and it was just biting me bad, like rattlesnake bad, like a straight Virginia that you didn't let dry out at all, and then just went freight training on it. But I was sipping on this stuff, and it was still just biting me bad. I had to dump the whole bowl. Haunted Bookshop, Burley. Makes no sense. I still can't figure out what's going on. To be honest, I probably should have picked a filter pipe to throw this in, but I didn't think about it. I got a few new well, we'll just call them all 673s because that's basically what they are. One's a Rossi, and like I said, 673 KS basically, but it's a Rossi, so it's a 8673. Does not have a filter. It's the Rossi Notte. That one does not have a filter. This one does have a filter. This one has a filter. This one has a filter. They can all be used with a filter, except for that one. Tripped me out. And sometimes, yeah, I have to use a filter in a pipe, especially when I'm at work and I'm not really. If I just throw some tobacco in a bowl and go, I'm not really paying attention to my cadence. I've just, I've got that oral fixation. I gotta have something, to do. It helps me focus on what I'm actually doing. Those of you with ADD, I'm sure understand, because yeah, it's kind of annoying, but that's what I have to do. So a lot of times I'll rock a filter so that, if I'm not really focused on cadence and any of that stuff, it's not lighting my mouth on fire. So I guess in my naivete, I thought, oh, all these come with a filter. Nope. Matter of fact, I don't have a single Savinelli that doesn't accept a filter. Except for that one. Super weird. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, because both of my Bings have filters. All of these 673s have filters, except for that one. And then I've got a Rossi 32, what is it? 1320? 8320? It's the 320. And then I have a 320 KS Lime. Every single one takes a filter. So lesson learned, I guess. I'll have to save that one for, I don't know, maybe like Perique heavy stuff, because Perique does nothing to my tongue or my palate. Doesn't bite me, doesn't do anything. This was a good call, though. Like I said, still a little bitey, but Virginias will do that. Just have to respect them. And I do love me some Virginias. So as you can tell, really the biggest point to this video was to tell you all, happy Thanksgiving, and that I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for your support. Uh, I could not and would not do this channel without you guys even merely acting like you gave a shit. Uh, but I know that you do give a shit, sincerely. Otherwise, I don't think you'd be here. And if you didn't give a shit and you were here, then that wouldn't make much sense. Anyway, very thankful for you guys. I hope everyone has a beautiful Thanksgiving. I would encourage you to maybe think of it the way that I do. Yeah, it's kind of a bullshit holiday when you look at the root of it. I'm not going to get into the details, but the way I look at it is it's kind of its own separate thing. Thanksgiving is that in and of itself. Being thankful for who you have in your life and what you have in your life. Being thankful for the successes and even the failures. And also being thankful for having breath in your lungs. Even being thankful when the weather's shitty. Because at least you're alive to see it. There are a lot out there that aren't. And in the spirit of that, being thankful that we knew those people. And we were blessed enough to know those people. That's how I look at Thanksgiving. Not only being thankful for what I have now, but being thankful for what I've had. Because we're not meant to hold on to everything. We're not meant to keep everything. Some things are just intended to be fleeting moments in our lives, or people that make an appearance in our lives and then go their own way. Be thankful for those things. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But if you do, don't get caught. Thanks an awful lot for watching. And I'll see you next time.